Hello everyone, welcome to BhadraIASAcademy. So today we continue the economic survey analysis of 2024-25, the latest one. Today we are going to look at chapter number 6. Chapter 6 basically focuses on investment and infrastructure development of the Indian economy, right? And this is directly again related to the exam, because infrastructure and investment is part of our both prelims as well as the mains exam. Now this chapter is comparatively a short chapter because it's basically only information, facts are given in the chapter. So if you look at this chapter, the first thing, the infrastructure point of view, government का main highlight क्या है? This is the old thing scheme government ने जो announce किया था, what we call the National Infrastructure Pipeline Project, right? That was the NIP. Now this project was launched by the government with a target of investing about 111 lakh crore. Okay, it is not 111 crore, 111 lakh crore. Matlab, it's a massive investment government wanted to invest as part of what we can say. Later on, the government came out with the Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti Yojana, etc. Now, what is the update given by government? Currently, this particular scheme has more than 9,766 projects and schemes running around 37 small various sectors which are covered in the project. Okay, so now all these projects are monitored by the government, reviewed by the government through what we call the India Investment Grid. Okay, so that is the portal through which the government is keeping a track of all these projects. Prelims point of view, this kind of a basic statement based question may this kind of information can be asked in the exam. The other project which government announced long back to collect some money, that is called National Monetization Pipeline. Now what is the National Monetization Scheme? जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है लेकिन वो अच्छा कंडीशन में नहीं है, तो गवर्नमेंट ने क्या सोचा, ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को प्राइवेट सेक्टर को देते हैं, वो रीडेवलप करेंगे, फिर वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को वापस यूज करेंगे. सो इन दैट प्रोसेस व्हाट विल हैपन, गवर्नमेंट आल्सो विल गेट सम फाइनेंशियल gain, that means government will get some money, right? So this to boost the, so the concept here is to boost the private investment in what we call brownfield. So what is the meaning of brownfield? जैसे मैंने बोला था, brownfield basically means existing asset या existing infrastructure. उसी को गवर्नमेंट क्या करेंगे, प्राइवेट सेक्टर को देंगे. You know, that was the idea of brownfield. So the government launched what we call the National Monetization Pipeline Scheme in 2021 according to economic survey. Now if you look at it here, from 2022 till 24, after launching 21, so 22 to 24, the government ka target kya tha, it was about 4 lakh crore. Okay, so the government has already achieved about 3.8 lakh crore ka transaction. Then lot of private investment also government says has been completed. So this is another topic which the government has been talking. इसका भी सवाल एग्जाम में आने का possibility है. So just be familiar with this National Monetization Pipeline Scheme या project, right? These are general India का major projects. Now talking about individual sector, the government has highlighted certain infrastructure development, starting with the first one, railways. Now in India, railway is the, what we can say, a major transport where a lot of public, okay, the poor people also mostly make use of the railways for long distance transport. So passenger point of view, railways is the one largest network in India we have. So now what is the data given in economic survey? So if you look at the railways, the government has been working on developing the railways. So we have Gati Shakti multimodal cargo terminal construction. So the government has already commissioned about such 91 Gati Shakti cargo terminals which are approved by government till October 2024 as of last year. Now another important point I feel exam point of view is this one. What do we call net zero carbon emission? So the government has been now talking about renewable energy, clean energy, whose point of view this may be important for exam point of view. So the Indian Railway actually targets 30 gigawatts of what we call renewable energy by 2029-30. That means another 5 years time they are targeting about 30 gigawatts of renewable energy with 375 megawatt of solar, 103 megawatt of wind also as part of commissioned already by government till October. So this you can just keep it in mind for prelims point of view. Other than that, as part of the Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti Yojana, where it tries to connect all the road network, railway network, etc. So the government has taken what we can say major economic corridor ka project, in which 434 projects are what we can say identified under the railway corridor. Okay, that is one update given in by government. Then it's a simple one, public private partnership in railways. It has been going on. This also came for the APSC mains exam. How the public private partnership in railways will affect the railway development and what will be the reaction of consumers. No, that was the question asked in mains exam. Now, if you continue with the railways, some government ka schemes also they have given. So I have put it few to update for your exam preparation point of view. First one, Amrit Bharat Station scheme. Okay. Now under this scheme, the government is basically trying to improve the facilities, what we can say, at the railway station. Okay. So 1337 stations have been identified for redevelopment and work also has been started. Second one, Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra, which is a general scheme where government distributes medicine. But in the context of railways, now they are trying to distribute this medicine at a lower price even at the railway station. That is the point. So to provide the wellness and welfare of passenger, the government is helping with such 50 Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendras which started in railway station. Okay, so this is a very interesting scheme. That means distributing or selling medicine even at the railway station at a lesser price. This is another scheme which was very much talked about by the government. One station, one product scheme. Right? Now this scheme is also, according to government, it is operating in 1900 railway stations in India. So if you look at the railway infrastructure, government is trying to say that they have been working on development as well as the welfare of the passengers and people ka general, improving the welfare of the people, right? So this is the some of the schemes related to railways. Exam के लिए, prelims के लिए ये सब आ सकते हैं. The next project the government talked about is the road infrastructure projects. Now again, if you see, road infrastructure is very important. Why? Lot of transport people for their self communication, they use cars, two-wheeler, whatever, where we make use of the road network. That is the second major one. Now here government tries to give some important information. So if you look at the data given by government, government says India has a total road network of how much? 63.4 lakh kilometer. Okay, we have a very largest network. Now in this, what happened? The highways, that is the national highway, is 1,46,000. Total 63 lakh mein only 1 lakh is the national highway. Rest are all state highway, PWD, etc. etc. Now important thing is this one. What is the percentage of national highway out of this total 63 lakh non-rail road network we have? It is only 2%. But in spite of the 2%, the point is this carries about 40% of what we can say road ka freight traffic. That means the movement of cargo, etc. all that, right? So 2-3 things to keep in mind. The total road network is 63 lakh. Out of that, some 1,46,000 is the highways, which is only 2%, but it takes about 40% of the freight traffic in India, right? So this kind of basic information आजकल का एग्जाम में स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन बन के आ सकते हैं. So just keep that in mind. So what is the major program launched by government for road development? It is called Bharatmala. So now what is the Bharatmala scheme project? Under that, what government is trying to do? So the government has announced what we can say this Bharatmala Pariyojana that was launched in October 2017. Now under this scheme, government targeted to construct 34,800 kilometer of what we call the national highways. But the economic survey says most of it is already done. So if you see the next point, by 2024 last year, approximately 76% of these projects have been awarded and 18,000 kilometers have been already constructed. Okay, that is little less than even 50% out of the 34,000. 18,000 is little less, right? So this is the update that you find in the economic survey. The other projects mentioned in economic survey, this is what we call Char Dham Mahamarg Pariyojana. Now if you look at the Char Dham, this is there are major Char Dham, minor Char Dham, whatever, but this particular project talks about this Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri, connecting these basically. So this project also is mentioned in economic survey. So as of 2024, the road project to connect these Char Dhams are going on, mostly Uttarakhand state. Then National High Speed Corridor, also very interesting. 10 years ago, we had only 93 kilometer. That is in 2014, according to economic survey, what we call National High Speed Corridor. Today it has come to 2,474 kilometers. I mean, a lot of high speed corridors have been constructed in the last 10 years. That's what government is trying to highlight. Clear? So if you look at it, when we talk about the Char Dham project, this is how the inaugural function time, the pictures were released, how the Char Dham ka connectivity will be made in the Uttarakhand area. Okay. The next sector which is highlighted in the economic survey is called airport air connectivity, what we call the civil aviation in India. So now not much information is given, very short, hardly 1-2 pages is given in the economic survey. Now what is the main thing government is trying to say? The airport authority along with the private sector operator developers, they wanted to make investment more than 91,000 crore, that is in the last 5 years. Okay, and out of this investment target, 91% has been already achieved by November 2024 according to economic survey. That means a lot of investment is also going into civil aviation, airport development, etc. Now this you may be familiar, what we call UDAN scheme, which is used for regional local connectivity. So now what the government is trying to give update, under this UDAN regional connectivity, about 619 routes connecting 88 airports, okay, including connecting the water aerodrome, helicopter ka helipads, these have been operationalized. That means what? If you have read some reports earlier, not given in the economic survey, in India, 10 years ago we had about 74 airports. Now government says we have almost touched 150 airports. That means we have doubled the airport. Now government is basically trying to say we are even increasing the air connectivity of the local rural area. Now if you look at it here, airport ka cargo handling capacity, that means how much of cargo goods movement they can handle in Indian airports. So if you see 2022, 23, 24, currently it has come to 8 million metric tons. That is the capacity right now we have. Okay. Also, if you look at the routes which are connected, Udan airports, Udan airport also increased to 88 and the Udan routes also gone to 619. So these are some updates given in economic survey. Prelims ka point of view mein, even mains point of view mein, this kind of questions can be asked. The next topic which the government has highlighted in economic survey is the ports and shipping. That is the port development, waterways, etc. Now here also if you see, the information given is very little, mostly data, statistical analysis. Okay, exam में बहुत ज़्यादा इतना detail तो नहीं पूछेंगे, but generally some basic concepts which should be clear. Now if you look at the port का capacity, according to government का analysis, the port capacity has increased to 21 metric tons per annum. That is in April to November 2024-25. As a result, what happened? The time that is used for the containers that has been reduced. Okay, that means simply we can say port में efficiency थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया, थोड़ा improvement हो रहा है. But government has highlighted some of the important schemes which have been announced by the government. So if you look at it here, for example, we have a Vadhavan mega port that is being developed in Maharashtra, okay, Palghar district. Now this is what we call the class, also I told many times, this is the 13th major port of India. So far we have 12, now the 13th one is under construction. So Vadhavan mega port, that is a major new port announced. This is also with the investment of 76,000 crore. It will be what we call landlord model ka port, which has been developed by government. Other one government has mentioned here, Tuticorin International Container Terminal, which was inaugurated in September 2024. Now current affair point of view, this can be another question for prelims, right? So now it can handle 620 foot equivalent units annually and accommodate vessels. So this is the new inauguration done by the government, right? Also government is talking about port-based industrialization. That means developing new city, industrial area which are very close to the port area so that employment, business can be generated. So government has approved 12 new industrial smart cities, right, which are near the port with a huge investment, about 28,000 crore along the 10 states. They are going to develop this also, right? This is interesting. Chabahar port and the INSTC. Now if you see from Mumbai, we are able to now make a connectivity, right? So this is the Chabahar port. From there Kandla and down Mumbai. So if you see here from Mumbai also you can connect and you can go through this all routes, right? So this is the INS route, which is the north-south. Now this route India is also able to connect through this Chabahar. Okay, so India to Chabahar, that is how government is trying to promote this through Kandla as well as from Mumbai. We can go here. Okay, this is another development. Government talked about the development of the INSTC. Now what happened? It will connect Mumbai with, what is the important point is this one. It will connect Mumbai with Eurasia. Okay, so port, that means what happened? Foreign trade movement of cargo will become now easy for India to have a trade. Okay, that is a very interesting thing. Just be familiar with this concept for exam preparation. Also, in the port context, government has announced, I also given this topic in current affair MCQ video also we made on this. Now, government has approved the National Maritime Heritage Complex to be constructed in Lothal. It will be kind of a museum, okay, displaying various achievements. So the museum will have 14 galleries and it will have the tallest lighthouse museum. Okay, so all these things are going to be again constructed. Okay, so this also exam में आ सकता है. I have already given MCQ on this particular topic. ये इकोनॉमिक सर्वे में भी इस बार मेंशन किया है. Now what are the main things government announced for the inland waterways transformation? What are the initiatives? They have highlighted some of the initiatives. So I kept this image as it is. So if you look at it carefully, there is a Harit Nauka guidelines. Now these were launched in last year January 2024. Their main focus is what? To green the 1000 inland vessels so that they don't pollute, okay, in the cargo movement. Then government also announced the cargo promotion scheme through the inland water transport. Okay, so that what happened, goods instead of going through roadways, instead of going through railways, they can use the waterways with less pollution and also less traffic congestion, etc. As part of that, government announced this one, Jal Marg Vikas Project National Waterway 1 and Jal Marg Vikas Project 2, that is the Earth Ganga project. Now this have been announced, and very recently the Minister of Shipping and Port also launched what we call Jal Vikas Marg, where ships and small boats are coming from Kolkata to Pandu. Right, we have given that in the current affair MCQ also, PPT also I have given. Also another thing, if you look at here, the government has been promoting Assam ka point of view, also very important, river cruise tourism. This has been also mentioned. So the government is promoting lot of river cruise tourism. Assam government is also trying to make the Brahmaputra river into river tourism. Like from Guwahati, you can go by the cruise to Dibrugarh, like overnight travel. No, that's what they were also planning for this. The next topic which is highlighted in economic survey in the infrastructure is the power and energy. So now, needless to say, you know that last 4 or 5 years or 10 years, we can say, we have been so much talking about renewable energy, like solar energy, wind energy, etc. Right? So electricity is also part of the renewable energy. So certain things are mentioned in economic survey about the renewable energy, which is important for exam. So if you see here, the government ka shift from the use of fossil energy to non-fossil, that is what we call a shift towards renewable energy, is very important. So now what is the current our capacity? So if you look at here, by December 2024, just before the economic survey was prepared, India ka renewable energy ka installed capacity increased by 15.8% compared to last year. So how much we have installed capacity? We have 209 gigawatts. Okay, as of now. That is the update given. Now another important thing that what I noticed in the economic survey is this one. The renewable energy which we are using now, how much is the percentage in total energy? So there if you see, it is 47% of India ka total installed capacity. That means almost half of our installed capacity is now renewable energy. For that, they have given a diagram which I thought might be useful for you. So if you look at here, what is the analysis given by government? So here we have a fossil energy and we have a non-fossil energy. So the non-fossil energy is this part, which is now coming to 47% of the total energy, but still majority is the fossil energy. Also, if you look at the installed capacity as of December 2024, it is 209 gigawatts, which is the installed capacity, which they have divided under the solar, which is the major one, then wind, and then we have a hydro, right? So these are what we can say the renewable energy components, how the economic survey breaks it, right? Now this kind of diagram is very important. Suppose question aa gaya, renewable energy mein which one of the component is more? Is it hydro, or is it the wind, or is it the solar? Mostly we are now talking about solar energy, right? Because India mostly we have summer seasons with a lot of sunlight, so we can benefit a lot from the solar energy. So what are the new initiatives taken by government? Okay, so this is all like current affair, what the government has done in the last 1 year. So if you look at it here, rooftop solar, that is the PV simplification. Now the rules were amended in February 2024 so that people can get easily their applications cleared for rooftop solar system. Then electric vehicle charging connection, government is saying that now they will give electric vehicle charge connections at home also, so that we can achieve the net zero emission by 2070. Okay, now consumer meter reading, agar there is a problem, they can apply for a smart meter reading, and if there is a serious complaint, they are supposed to be given a double meter reading facility. So these are some things highlighted, but exam point of view, this will be quite important, electric vehicle charging connection. So if you see carefully, consumer can now obtain a separate electricity connection just for charging electric vehicle. So the normal consumption meter will be different. You can get a separate connection for charging electric vehicle. Okay, so this is another project being announced by government, which is also highlighted in economic survey. Okay, the next sector which has been highlighted is what we call telecommunication. So today we are talking about 5G. You know, we have come a long way from 2G, 3G, 4G to we have come to now 5G, fast network. So according to government data, 5G services were launched in all the states and also union territories by October 2024, last year itself. Now currently 5G services are available in 779 districts out of the total 783 districts. Okay, so what we can say that economic survey kya bolta hai, that practically all India is now able to access the fast internet connectivity, what we call 5G. Okay, now telecom mein government also announced what we can say new projects. Very important one I found, what this one, BharatNet project. Okay, now under this BharatNet project, they are basically trying to connect all the gram panchayat and also villages with broadband. Clear? Under the BharatNet project, they are trying to connect all the gram panchayat and villages with broadband connectivity. For that, they are laying the infrastructure. Second one also important for our point of view. This is what we call comprehensive telecom development plan for northeastern region. That means our area, and also mention is here Assam. Assam ka bhi isme mention kiya hai. So basically they are setting up towers to connect various villages, that has been mentioned here, but remember the scheme. Then islands, that is the Andaman Nicobar Islands, all that also they are providing connectivity. Then mobile services in wherever the towers are not there, they are trying to connect. Also the aspirational district. Basically what is the idea here? Government is trying to improve connectivity, telecom, internet, etc. throughout the country. that is what they are trying to highlight in this. So telecom sector is another area which has been highlighted. Apart from this, government in the economic survey has talked about Swachh Bharat mission, which is now very familiar to everybody, and the Jal Jeevan mission, clean drinking water, toilet facility. Those things have been mentioned, which I have not highlighted here. Okay, but I thought this may be of importance for exam preparation. स्पेस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि ये आपको साइंस एंड टेक में आ जाता है, ये टॉपिक है ना. सो इफ यू लुक एट इट, according to economic survey, India currently operates about 56 active space assets, where we have 19 communication satellites. Okay, these are all basically talking about the satellite assets. We have 19 communication satellites, 9 navigation satellites, and 4 scientific satellites, and 24 earth observation satellites. So rightly we are operating about 56 space satellites or assets or properties of India. Okay, this is one update given. Then in addition, government also talked about this one. What are the space infrastructure which is given as a highlight? Now ISRO's Bhuvan platform, it supports what we call infrastructure monitoring under the schemes like Mahatma Gandhi employment guarantee, Pradhan Mantri ka, what we can say, Gram Sadak Yojana, etc. Right. So many such things have been monitored through this platform. Also electrical infrastructure management also has been supervised here. So this, what we can say, ISRO का space projects का government has given little bit highlight, like how different projects, schemes of government also monitored through the platform of ISRO Bhuvan, right? So infrastructure development is part of our exam, both prelims and mains. जैसे मैंने starting में बोला है, ये जो chapter है, this is only information. There is no theory that I can explain to you, because this is just a information, infrastructure. So basically we have to know what are the new initiative, what are the data, what are the schemes announced by government. So these are the ones जो prelims में generally the question में आ सकता है. So if you want to contact Bhadra IAS Academy for any queries, okay, you can call on the number 8638391721. Okay, so I will come out with the remaining chapters in the remaining videos. For time being, you follow these videos whatever we have so far loaded. So we have covered all the major chapters of economic survey. The remaining chapters we will be covering very soon. Till then, you keep watching our videos. We'll get back to you in the next video. Thank you.